What's up with it, YT? This your girl coming at you, QPD. Coming at you guys with another video. This video was requested. I'm so sorry if I don't remember your name, but this was requested about brushes that I recommend. And I'm also going to tell you what they're used for. And a lot of these brushes are not quite all high end, they're not all low end, but they are good quality. So we're gonna go ahead and start with we're gonna go from eyes down to your lips. Okay, so some of the brushes are not clean because I use them. Okay, so first thing I like to use um, an angled brush that for my eyebrows. Now I didn't sculpt my eyebrows today because I had to do a quick look and I didn't have the time, so I just did my pencil. Sorry about the fussing with the hair. Um, but anyway, I like to use, this is a dirty brush. It's usually typically angled, but it's been in this little jar, so it's kind of smushed. But this is an angled brush. Another angled brush that is good for eyebrows. Right in my face, like a snake would jumped up and bit me. Okay, so I like to typically use an angled brush. This is my favorite brush. It's a low Cornell brush. It's a 4.5 American Printer 44 Angular uh, toy colon. And I got this from Michaels. So this, and it has like a purplish whitish handle. This was like maybe a few dollars, like $4 or $5 from Michaels. I like it to sculpt my eyebrows. If you've seen any of my videos, the eyebrows is the brush I use. Now, if this brush happens to be dirty, I don't feel like going to wash it, I will go grab the Max 263. And this is a really dense brush. This one's not as dense as the MAC one. This is a really good brush too. I just don't grab for it. I don't know why. But if you have this brush, this is a good brush to get. But if you don't want to spend the MAC money, the low Cornell. So this is good. Two good brushes for your eyebrows. Next, we're gonna go with your highlight. Now, I don't have a go-to highlight brush. I've been using this angled brush. It's kind of fat, but kind of flat, but with the angle. Now, this is elf brush. It's like, I think $1 to $3. I think like $3. And this is the Sonia Kashuk brush, and this one's like, I'm gonna say $7, $8. This is not a bad brush for your highlight, especially when you cover a lot of area for your highlight. Now, I would recommend more so this one. This one's a little bit, excuse me, fatter than this one. This is good for contouring, like maybe even your nose area if you want. But I like to use these for my highlight. But if you have a smaller area that you want to highlight because you've got more shadows working with your eyes, you can use a brush that's like this. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush, and it's a fluffy dome brush. It's kind of dense. You guys can see that. And it looks like that. And it's really good to, just buff in those, the highlight. So those are three good brushes for highlighting, and these are all really good quality but lower end prices. Put that one back in there. Okay, so we're gonna work with your crease brushes now. Now, my favorite go-to crease brushes are, and this one's dirty, and that's why it looks all funky like that, because it's been sitting in the jar to wash it. It typically looks like, it looks better when it's washed. This is a Revlon Couture Shadow Brush. I like it for the crease because when it is standing up, it's typically small. I can add a little bit of one color for my crease, and I don't have to, it's not going to cover so much of my crease. I have to kind of like blend it out. I can go in and just add like the little part of the, above my lid, right in between the lid and crease. And if I want to add another color, I can go on top. This is why I like it, because it's not as big. And it's kind of like the same cashew brush. So these, I don't remember how much I paid for this brush, but these brushes are like about between $5.99. Not bad. And this is a I'm gonna say Studio Tools brush, because this says crease brush. This is also small, but it's not as dense as the other brushes. It's really free, and this is dirty too. This one's kind of dense, and this one is not as dense. But it just depends on your liking. You can also use, if you want to cover more area for your crease, you can use this Saint Cashew brush, and it's a crease brush. I think it's a multiple purpose brush, and it covers more area because it's a little bit wider. So if you want to cover more area, this is a great brush, and this is probably like $10. Another good crease brush is, I like the Max 222. Looks like that. It's a little dense. It's a little longer than the other brushes, as you guys can see, but it gets the windshield wiper motion done really, really well, and it's still small. But if you want to cover more area, I like to use this on your cashew brush. It's really, really dense, and I can go from here and cover a lot of my crease really, really quickly. I don't have to use all of these brushes because they are, you know, smaller. So we're gonna go on with the outer V. Now you can use those brushes I just showed you for outer V too, but if you really, really want to get that nice soft cut crease or hard cut crease, you can use, okay you guys, so a good crease brush, I mean outer V, to create a cut crease. Or I had another one. Alright, so these are 3 brushes. They're all Sonia Cashew brushes. This is just a bamboo one. This is a nice dense brush here. And you can, you know, go from here and draw your line here. And, you know, smudge it out. Now, if you want, this is a little bit bigger. If you want more of a small, precise line, you can, this is also a Sonia Cashew brush. You can also use this one. And this is like a pencil brush. And you can just, you know, really draw you a nice line just to get that cut crease look. And you can use this one too. It's like I call it the really pointed needle nose brush. I had here we go, right in my face. This one here is really good for if you, I would say like an eyeliner almost, to draw your eyeliner on, but you can use it to do a cut crease look outer, you know, for your outer V. So, and these brushes are really, 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 really inexpensive. Now, for more expensive brushes, expensive brush, which is the Max 219 pencil brush, you can do more of a fatter. I would use this for more of a softer cut crease. Those other brushes are really for more of a defined cut crease. You don't have to be really careful with those brushes because they're really more smaller and more, you know, pointed. This one here is more wider, fatter. Still, it's kind of dense, but you do get more of a bigger area covered. So this is good for a soft cut crease. Also doing your smudging your eyeliner or whatever you choose to use it for, but I like to use it for those things. But no one says you have to use these brushes for any, you know, any particular order or reason. It's whatever's comfortable for you. Now next, I like to show you about the patting on eyeshadow. One of the brushes I do tend to grab, and I just use. Okay, so this is the Max. I don't know what this is. Oh, wait, is this a 239? 239. This is a 239, and it's good for, you know, packing on color and, you know, patting it on. It gets a medium to small area depending on how you're using it. This one as well, but this is a cheaper version. This is, if you see these two, they're similar. This is maybe a little bit wider, but similar. And this is like $1, and this is good for, like I said, packing on those shadows. This is not as wide as, and this is a Sunny Cashew, this is an e.l.f. brush, and this is a MAC brush. This is not as wide as those brushes. So if you want to just get in the corner here, and you can do that with this one. Now this is the another Sunny Cashew brush. It's flat, as you guys can see, and this is more of a larger brush. It's similar to this one, just the bigger version, and they're all kind of similar. But this one here, you're going to get more than just your lid. So if you want to get that color from your lid to your crease, this is what you're going to get. You guys see that? You're going to get from here to here. So this is a good brush to get. But if you are really good at using brushes, you probably could pass on this one and just work with this one or either one of these, because you can just go up and cover more area. But if you want to cover more area, you can just go, you know, this is the perfect brush basically. Let's see. And but for like eyeliner brushes, angled eyeliner brushes, you can go back to using one of these like Sunny Cashew angled eyeliner brushes. This is good. You can use this for your eyebrow. You can use this for your eyeliner if you choose to. I don't really like this thick of a brush for my waterline. I poke my eye, so I don't like it. You can even use this brush. This is a lip brush for your liner. It's really, really thin. This is a Sephora brush. You can use it for your eyeliner. Really, really thin. I also like to use some of these like brushes to do that thick line here, because when you get the thinner brushes there, you have to keep going over and over on those brushes, and you know, who has time for that? Let's see. Now we're gonna go on to your face brushes. Actually, we're gonna do lip brushes. I typically don't use them oh so much. Just because I just really don't. You can use, this is what I use sometimes for a lip brush to smooth out color, or if you want to smudge out a lip liner. Like, okay, if you did my last video with the chocolate dip bananas video, I took the lipstick or lip gloss first, and I put a liner on. I took the liner, I just took this and I kind of just like blended it in, because if you keep doing that, it just mushes it around. This gives you that nice gradient effect. I like to use it for that if I'm going to use a lip brush. But I typically don't, you know, unless I'm doing multiple colors. Then I will use this kind of a brush, or depending on how much colors many colors I'm using, I will use a small brush like that. That's just my personal preference. But if you don't really use lip brushes, they have retractable ones. I have one. I just don't use it. But yeah. So, and then we're gonna go on to, let's see, blush. Oh, I forgot to mention. Someone had asked me, when I apply my cream color bases, I don't typically like to dip my finger in them, because working with more shadows, you end up getting all over your fingers and face. So I just use a brush, and I usually use a cheaper brush like this brush, or a low Cornell brush. It doesn't any specific kind of brush. Any low cheapy would work, just to add that cream color base on there. But until the meantime, you guys, I want to say thank you for joining my channel. To my new and old subscribers, thank you for the requests. Until the next time, I love you.